West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to the Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our beautiful Splash Studios. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Very busy Thursday here on the Splash. We have an awful lot to get to. We're going to talk about a new service, a new transportation service in the Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake area. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes. We're going to check in with Kelly Woodley out at the Orchard Mall and find out about the big food truck rally. And then obviously... It's a little smoky around here. We'll talk about that and the impact that's going to have on our area. That coming up in a couple of moments right here on the Splash Live. Splash Live, part of 90 Minutes of live local television each and every day. 9:30 to 10, very local here with this show, the Splash Live. Tyler Keefe at 10 o'clock with the MegaCast. Another hour of local television together. 90 minutes of live local television just for our communities. Thank you very much for tuning in every day. And please let your friends know about this very unique, special local television offering. Super easy to watch our programs. All you need to do is go to cable. If you're a Comcast subscriber in the area, just go to channel 15. If you're an AT&T subscriber, we invite you to go to channel 99. A little different over on AT&T. You'll find all the community channels in a menu system. Simply look for West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and Sylvan Lake. Little secret, you're going to get the exact same thing in each one of those, but pick your local community and then you'll be all set. We also invite you to go to civiccentertv.com where you're going to find our programming in full high definition. You can watch live, you can watch all of our on-demand content, see things we've done over the last couple of days, like last night's West Bloomfield Honors Convocation, find out about things that are coming up, like our coverage of the graduation ceremony out of Pine Knob this weekend, and also see our brand new program schedule, making it easier than ever for you to find out what's on Civic Center TV. That's all on civiccentertv.com. We are streaming live on Facebook today and on YouTube, and we are live, of course, on the radio. Thank you very much if you're listening in your car right now on 89.3 FM. We call it Lakes FM, or kind of our nickname, the Big 89. Been around here in the local area for a long time. So all those options available for you. Program will repeat and be available on demand throughout the day as well. So clearly the big news is the weather, but a little bit of a surprise with the weather, and it's making the headlines nationally, and it's impacting us right here in the Greater West Bloomfield area. First of all, let's bring up the forecast and talk a little bit about that. 56 degrees and hazy skies. 74 will be our high. 76 tomorrow, up to the 80s. 82 degrees, and it says sunshine right there on your screen. But let's talk about the big story. And all you got to do is look out your window, and essentially this is what you're going to see, and it is haze. There is a picture. Thank you to our good friends at Channel 4 WDIV with this great picture of the Renaissance Center and the Detroit River, and look at the sun. Look how yellow it is. So we have the same thing that you've been hearing reported on the East Coast, and that is the Canadian fires in eastern Canada. The wind is blowing right now out of the northeast. There's a low. I won't get into all the weather stuff, but we're on the backside of that, and that's forcing wind out of the northeast right here into the southeastern Michigan area. So now, when I got up this morning, the smoke wasn't really too bad. And yesterday afternoon after work, the smoke wasn't too bad. But last night, I don't know if you noticed, maybe around 7 o'clock, the wind picked up. And oh my goodness, the haze got extraordinarily heavy. I don't know if you felt impacted by it. I certainly did, walking around the community, having to breathe. And so bottom line is the National Weather Service is saying that's going to happen again today. And in fact, it already has. This morning when I came into work, it was a little bit hazy, but nothing like it is now that the winds have picked up. The winds are bringing that smoke in from Canada. The official word from the National Weather Service, they say widespread smoke from Canadian wildfires will continue to bring hazardous air quality levels across our region today. So be aware of that. Smoky, hazy weather. You can tell by looking outside, it looks a little bit misty out there. and the sun is yellow. Jared, let's put that picture up one more time if you got a moment. So, I mean, you see that yellow sun, and there's a lot of smoke. So, if there is a lot of smoke, and I know we've been through this whole mask thing, and some people wear masks, some people don't wear masks, but this is a different deal. This isn't masks because of COVID. This is masks because the particles from all that smoke are in the air, you're breathing them in, and they can do damage. Now, if you're going to be outside for a little bit and you're a relatively healthy person, you're probably not going to run into any trouble. If you do have some health issues, and you're seeing that yellow sun, then you need one of these. Hopefully Jared has a picture in there in the other room of our N95 mask. Not your crummy old dime store mask, but one of the really good N95 masks. One of these guys. There we go. So you can see it says N95 surgical respirator mask. And if you look at that video, it says it's really good for particles and for pathogens. So today we're talking about particles. So I just bought these at the store last night. If you can get up to the store and find any, good luck, because they're going to be going fast. So all you got to do is open the thing up. Let's just try, see if we can do this live in the air with all of the wires I have around me. You take that thing, and you want one of these really good masks that will affix real well to your face. And I didn't do it right, but you get the idea. I put that up around my ears and I'm all set. This is really, really going to help you today. N95 mask. If you're going to be out, and if you're like I'm going to be today, I'm going to be working out in the field quite a bit today. That's why I got these. Our guys are going to be working out in the field today. I got them. I don't want our photographers out there all day breathing in, and you don't want to be doing it either. So if you're out working today, definitely go snag one of those N95 masks, and if you can get one, maybe you still have some hanging around your house from COVID, and that'll really help you out. It's a serious thing. Hopefully this is going to get better over the next couple of days, but as the wind is blowing in from Canada, the wildfires are going on there, and it will be an issue. We also have a wildfire issue here in the state of Michigan. There have been some very big wildfires in northern Michigan, and that could also present a problem as you're heading off to northern Michigan for the weekend. So just be aware of all this. I mean, no big surprise. We haven't had, I mean, I can't remember the last time it rained. We're probably going to have to get outside and do a little rain dance here before the day is over. But your lawn is dry, the woods are dry, Canada is dry, smoke is blowing our way. Protect yourself today. Do what you can. Check in with your physician and keep an eye on the reports of our environmental quality right now here in the Greater West Bloomfield area. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. A new transportation service is available here in many of our communities. We'll talk about that and also talk about the big exciting weekend we have coming up at the Orchard Mall. The big food truck rally is on the way. We'll get to that and more in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, I'm Dave Scott, and you're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV. Like what you see? Beautiful works of art, masterworks of metal, and accomplishments of artistry will be on display near you. All kinds of artists from all walks of life come together to celebrate their skill and appreciate their work's beauty. Hot Works presents the 2023 Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Stop by July 29th and 30th between 2 and 10 p.m. between Powers and Daly off of Orchard Lake Road. And now, back to The Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome back to The Splash Live. Busy morning. We got smoky air, big events coming up, and really big news from one of the transportation entities in Oakland County that is here to help you. Joining us right now is Amy Grzymkowski. She is the Human Resource and Marketing Manager for WOTA. Amy, good morning. Sorry, we're just doing things so quickly today. Thank you for joining us at the last minute. First of all, I got your website here, but tell us what WOTA is. It looks like it's Western Oakland Transportation Authority. Is that right?
That's correct. We are Western Oakland Transportation Authority. We provide transportation to seniors and adults with disabilities in Highland, White Lake, Waterford, the city of Walled Lake, and now in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and Lake Angelus.
All right, well, so my show is on in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake, and Sylvan Lake. So on behalf of all of our people, forgive me for being a little bit enthusiastic, but how about a big woohoo? We're getting this great. Sorry, I've had a lot of coffee today. But this is great news. Tell us about this news. I got the press release here. We got a couple of pictures, but you're the marketing manager. Just tell us directly the story.
Sure. As most people know, in 2022, Oakland County passed the transit millage. And I know that there was some skepticism of how this would all work. WOTA was one of the named entities, and as such, we received funding through that millage. What that allowed us to do is purchase more vehicles, hire more people, and more than that, it allowed us to expand. And this is really just the beginning for us. We know that the most vulnerable in our population, our seniors and our adults with disabilities, we know that they need transportation. All of our vehicles are lift equipped or ramp equipped, meaning there are no barriers to transportation for anyone who needs it in these areas. Eventually, with more assets and more drivers, we'll be able to expand into other communities in Western Oakland County. And we are very excited about that because we know, based on our ridership, that this service creates independence. It helps them to maintain independence, and it allows people to continue to be part of society in very meaningful ways.
So, Amy, this is great news. You just put West Bloomfield high on your list, and all of our viewers would be really happy. We do have a very senior,
very similar to ours.
It is, and it's in the area. You're pretty darn close already. I understand you got to do it incrementally, but listen, our seniors and the people that have mobility issues, this is the greatest news because, just all you have to do is just wind that clock back a little bit and just think what it was like when you first got your driver's license and how your world changed. I mean, having mobility and transportation and independence it's a wonderful thing, and losing it can be a little bit disappointing.
It absolutely is, and we find that our riders want to be part of their community, whether it's participating in employment or shopping, just visiting with friends, going to lunch. If COVID taught us nothing, it's that people need people. And transportation for many was a barrier, but we know that transportation, in this, most people think of it as a small thing. They don't really think of it. But the reality is that it is very important, because without transportation, you can't go forward, you can't move. If you think about your body, what happens to your body if you stop moving? It's the same concept as when you stop moving out of your home. That isolation, not being able to participate, it's a really big deal. So we are very proud to be doing the work that we do.
Amy, good job. Thank you for telling the story so well. I only got 30 seconds. Ended up being a busy news day here. Let people know where your website is. And I can tell folks, I called your dispatch center just to see this morning how responsive they would be. They got me hooked up to you in about 10 minutes. But they picked the phone up right away and they said, how can they help you? And this service in our communities is up and running now. Tell people how to access it.
Absolutely. All you have to do is go to ridewota.org. And we're so proud to be a part of this community. So thank you for welcoming us and getting our message out.
All right, very good. We'll be in touch. We'll talk again another day. We have some more time. We've now exchanged virtual business cards, so we'll have you back on the program. Good job. Say hello to everybody at WOTA, and thank you very much for joining us on the Splash Live. Amy Grzymkowski from WOTA joining us on the Splash. We'll take a quick break. Patiently waiting in the green room is Kelly Woodley, our good friend from Orchard Mall Food Truck Rally this weekend. We'll talk all about it in just a minute. Thank you very much for watching the Splash Live. Right back.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
Hello, my name is Kurt Lawson, and I've been an avid supporter of youth assistance for the past decade. Today, I want to tell you about a very special youth assistance event that you and your family are not going to want to miss. On Saturday, June 10th, the Orchard Mall will be hosting our 4th annual West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Food Truck Rally. Because of the ever-increasing popularity of this event, the hours have been expanded. And this year, the event will begin at 11:30 a.m. and not conclude until 9 p.m. We have a lot of fun in store for the whole family. This year, we have 21 food trucks that will be ready to serve some of the best food Metro Detroit has to offer. There will be a DJ, as well as live music, bounce houses, face painting, vendors, and of course, our ever-popular beer and wine tent. The price of admission is $5 per family, which is considered a donation to West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, who continue to make a difference in children's lives throughout our community. We look forward to seeing you on June 10th at the Orchard Mall.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Splash Live. So it is a little smoky outside today. You know, one of the things you might want to do, you want to get some exercise, walk around, do a little shopping. Why not do it inside? And I'm sure Kelly Woodley wouldn't mind if you headed over to the Orchard Mall to do your shopping out of the smoke today. Kelly, good morning and welcome to the Splash Live.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good, good. Always nice to see you.
Well, likewise, nice to see you. And as you may have seen and our viewers just saw, a really exciting weekend at Orchard Mall. The weather's going to clear up. I promise there will be no smoke on Saturday. And we got the food truck rally, so much fun. And Kelly, you guys making the mall available, making the parking lot available, helping out youth assistance. And I know you put a ton of work into this event. Thank you very much. Just talk a little bit, if you would, about the new Saturday format.
Sure, we're excited. And just to make a correction, I don't have a ton of work into it. The committee does. Also, the folks at Youth Assistance and Parks and Rec and everyone that steps up to put this event on, they're the true hard workers. We're happy to donate our property to be the venue and to support the wonderful mission of the Youth Assistance. And we're excited that it's on a Saturday this year to have a full day of fun inside, outside in the parking lot with the food trucks, with the music, with the face painting, and then all of our retailers will be open on the inside as well. Some will have booths on the outside with certain specials and things to share with the group, but our doors are open for people to come in and cool off or get some graduation presents or Father's Day gifts. It's going to be a great day on Saturday.
Well, listen, I'm not going to let you defer all the credit on this. This wouldn't happen if we don't have the mall. People need to know that Kelly is very active in the community. We see you working on things all of the time. And listen, if you're going to have a bunch of people over to your house, and even if you didn't plan the party, you still got to get ready. You got to clean up after they leave. You got to make sure they're happy when they're there. So we know that you're going to be great hosts and hostesses this weekend at the Orchard Mall. And how awesome. It's right in the center of our community. And the food truck rally is a relatively recent event, but it's kind of grown into our summer thing where people get together. And I was so thrilled when I heard this is moving to the Saturday format, because a lot of us had to rush to get there after work, and we just really couldn't enjoy the whole thing. So the Saturday format probably good for business for your mall, but it's really going to give people an opportunity to get together and just sit back and relax and enjoy the music and the food and the beverages and all the face painting and bouncy thing, whatever that's called for the kids. It's got to have a name. But
I think they're bounce houses.
bounce house, that's it. But I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's got to be exciting for you to be able to have all that happening right at your place.
It is. You know, we like to have parties. We like to invite the community in, have everyone over, and it's going to be a really nice day. There's something for everyone. The committee has truly thought of everything. So I know you mentioned the 21 food trucks, the face painter, the music. We'll get to see everyone that we didn't really get to see during that ugly pandemic that we won't talk about today. And just enjoy the beautiful weather. It'll be a really great day.
No, and you know, one of the cool things about, we have seen some of the food trucks now from last year, but one of the really cool thing about the evolution of this food truck thing getting so popular is you really get a lot of independent entrepreneurs who make their own specialty dishes that, you know, that you wouldn't have an opportunity to enjoy elsewhere. Having all that food and all that variety in one space, I mean, that alone, I know it is a food truck rally and there's a lot of other fun things going on, but you know, as someone who likes to eat a little bit, I got to tell you, that's a really special treat.
Well, the good news is, Dave, it's all day this year, so you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, you got a scrambled eggs truck out there? I don't know, but so
I think there's a delicious donut truck.
okay, then, well, there you go. So obviously, if we are partying in your parking lot, we're probably not going to be parking there as well. Maybe you can accommodate some. And I think over at English Gardens across the street, we're going to be parking there. Is that correct?
Yes, there will be some overflow parking, and there's plenty of parking in our shopping center, at the back of the shopping center. There's plenty of ways to get there. It's going to be a beautiful day, so if there's a little bit of a walk, it might not be good. But I think with the overflow parking and all of the logistics and the way that it's mapped out and the full day, I think it'll be spread out enough so that everyone will find time to come and enjoy.
So, Kelly, a little bit of business now, okay? And you know, Kelly and I are friends, and we didn't have a conversation about this before we went on the air. This is just ad hoc, off-the-cuff conversation. So thank you in advance before I take you where I'm going to take it. First of all, let's talk about retail in West Bloomfield. From my perspective, we're doing pretty darn good right now. You know, we don't have a ton of vacancies. I know there's always going to be some, and you've got a couple to fill. But by and large, and the major vacancies that we have seem to be getting filled. There's always a cycle when someone leaves, and they're getting filled with amazing realtors or retailers. Forgive me if it's not your tenant, but you take a look at what's going on down Orchard Lake Road with Schuler Books. Having somebody like that. You take a look at the swim school in your mall. These big, huge people coming in, investing in our community, and they're some of the best retailers in the state and in the country, and they want to be here in West Bloomfield. I'm sorry. And then, you know, here's a picture of more housing development going on right down the street in Orchard Lake Road. I mean, we're busy here. Do you have the same positive vibe that I do, Kelly?
I do, and that picture is actually fun. It's right outside my window in my office. So you know, as someone that's in the real estate market, it's fun to sit and look out my window and watch that building be built right here in our community. So you mentioned that one. I also hear Teslas coming to our neighborhood.
They are.
And that'll be on the other side of my building. So I'm starting to get surrounded with really wonderful things, not only at Orchard Mall, but right here in the West Bloomfield community.
Suzanne Levine, by the way, we got a Tesla picture we can put up here real quick. Suzanne Levine of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber has actually guaranteed that Elon Musk will come to West Bloomfield for this grand opening.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
if
not quite,
anyone
but we're
trying.
we're trying. But you know, listen, it isn't an easy time. Your industry, while I say that, you know, at the very highest level, somewhat invisible to consumers, there have been a lot of major commercial real estate retail transactions going on in our state. And, you know, to me, that's kind of an indication that, you know, we're in a little bit of a transitional period. But I see here in West Bloomfield, I see rock solid growth and activity.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. I mean, things are certainly more difficult post-pandemic. Everything takes a little bit longer. Construction costs have gotten a little more expensive. But when you have this wonderful community and surrounded by all of the lakes and the residential, we've been very fortunate in the West Bloomfield market. At Orchard Mall, we were thrilled to get Goldfish Swim School at our location. And from what they've told me so far, they have been just as thrilled by the response and the welcoming feeling and just the excitement that they've gotten from all of the residents in West Bloomfield. So we do have 2 more businesses coming in. One, I believe, just opened this month. Christina's Consignments is open at Orchard Mall, and Vitality Bowls will be opening later this month. So more exciting things to come at Orchard Mall as well.
Well, you guys keep evolving and changing to stay current with what consumers want, and that's really cool. And listen, I was trying to think of when I was a little kid, riding my bike around that property. I mean, I'm just trying to think when they built the mall. But
1973.
See, there you go. See, so my memory was correct. So I was a kid riding my bike around that parking lot because I grew up just down the road. And, you know, Kelly, whoever would have thought the mall would be where it is today? And the last thing I ever thought is you'd have a big swimming pool right in the middle of the mall.
Me too. That was fun to see built.
So it's all good. Okay, well, good. So food truck rally going on. Let's share the specifics one more time. We get the poster there. It's happening Saturday, 11:30. I think that says until 9 o'clock at night. Orchard Mall, West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, and Maple Road. We all know where you are. There is a small admission fee that's going to go to help West Bloomfield Youth Assistance. And you know, how do we leave out the most important thing for adults? There's going to be a beverage tent there as well. So you need something to wash down all that food, right?
Yeah, and I'm told if you buy your tickets online in advance, you get a free bottle of water. So you might want to take advantage of that.
All right. Kelly, thank you very much. Anything else you want to share with our audience while we have you here?
No, just that we're thrilled to have the event again. We hope to see everyone on Saturday. The event is put on by West Bloomfield Youth Assistance in partnership with some other surrounding youth assistance organizations. And that's what it's really all about. It's about supporting this organization that supports all of the children, youth, and families in our community. So you can come out, have a wonderful time, and support this great organization at the same time.
And it is, and I totally agree with everything you just said, but I would add to that, you know, it's also a great opportunity post-COVID to say, hey, we are here, we are a community, we can gather, we're going to have fun, we got all day Saturday, and we're going to all get together right in the heart of our beautiful communities and have a little bit of fun with music like you're seeing, all the fun. I mean, look at all this fun. We're going to turn your parking lot from a functional place into just, you know, a day full of fun. It's going to be a big carnival festival atmosphere. And thank you, Kelly, for helping us to promote it.
Thank you, Dave. What time are we meeting for breakfast?
I got to check my busy schedule. I'll get right back to you after the show.
All right, sounds good. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you very much for being with us. Kelly Woodley from our incredible Orchard Mall here in West Bloomfield. So we've run out of time. Thank you for watching today. Just again, another reminder that we are going to, as the winds begin to blow, as they are now quite heavily, out of the Northeast, we are going to continue to see more of this kind of thing right here. Yellow sun, haze, it might get heavier at times, it might clear at times. Wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world if you got an N95 mask around your house if you're going to be walking. Be careful if you are elderly, if you have some health issues. Good day to maybe stay inside today and really take care of yourself. This is going to clear pretty quickly, and just keep an eye on all the reports from the National Weather Service and others as to our air condition, but it is going to be a little bit of an issue certainly through the day, and we'll check in with you again tomorrow morning and let you know again how it's doing. But keep in touch with the National Weather Service and the other authorities today as you get on with your daily activities. Thank you very much. That's it. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning right here on the Splash Live.